We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington football team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That one complete to Dede Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Gain of 15. First down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
First down.
Tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Jacksonville.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line.
And that ball is caught by D.J. Chark for the Jags touchdown.
Josh Lambo.
D.J. Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0.
Josh Lambo to kick off for.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
First down, Gibson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
There you go. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 7, Washington 0.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. He can run for it, and he will. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Gain of 12. And the Jaguars first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot. But it's going to bring up 4th down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. Big hold of the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. On first down, it's Gibson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll complete this to Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Come on! And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, but now it's third and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pick up there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The Jaguars' 49-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another 1st down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Gibson, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now back to throw.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connection made with Shenault. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2nd and 11. at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 11. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
47-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee, who's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. That is caught at the 7. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
It's funny to me because we actually keep that football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They begin the drive with Robinson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
To gain 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
Okay.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
18 on the play. And the Jaguar first down.
They run. Robinson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 14-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Your catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
They're just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Again, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out.
Good game, bro.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Jacksonville, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home